Okay guys, it's Anthony here, Subaru Service. I've got Robert's Excursion here. I think it's 03. Might be an 04. Get everything shut off and get some screens set up here, and we will let's start a diag here. Okay, it's 03, 171,000 miles. We don't really have any, I don't think we have drivability issues. I think we've got a pinion seal and some kind of chassis issue going on. I have noticed the vacuum pump has been running. Well, there's a plane flying over right now, but have noticed vacuum pump has been running for a while, so got a vacuum leak. Let's see what codes we got. I need to move it over there. We're gonna move it real quick, so I wanted to might as well go ahead and do a cold start on it and just give it a little computerized health test. I'll be right back. Okay, we got a parking lamp relay output, which whatever, intermittent ICP code that could have a beginning of a leaking oil ICP sensor. It is an 03, so it's got ICP in the back. Very common that those leak oil. Very common. Batteries, battery voltage, 4 low indicator circuit failure. So, but that one right there would have me first getting up under there and looking at the ICP sensor. You got to pull, there's factory, they come with a pretty fat piece of insulation that covers the whole thing, and if you can kind of get your hand back there and pull it back away, and if it's a leaker, boy, it's gonna be messy. Let's see what kind of volts we see out of it. I'll be right back. Okay, volts appear to be okay. What we're gonna do, this is a cold start, 39 degrees. We'll cycle it back off, watch Fickham real quick. He's got a scan gauge in here, so I'm sure he's been watching all this. Yeah, cold start. Oh, 46. Fickham dropped to 46. Pops back up. So it's still within spec, but it's definitely worth watching. You know, it obviously isn't going to get any better. 47, 46 and a half, 46. Yeah, 46 looks like the lowest it drops. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and check, do a power balance. Here we go. Let's fire in a hole. Alright, this will give us, this is a computer compensation button right here. We can shut off the compensation for a weak cylinder. Here we go. Alright, so looks like number 6 would be the worst one, then number 4 and number 1. 6, 4, and 1 on cylinders for injectors. One just picked up. Let's get this back off a little bit, let it run. Yeah, pretty much 4 and 6. There's one coming back again. 1 and 6. I don't think we need to mess with them. I mean, we're not, you know, they're not out. They're just the weakest ones. This line right here is definitely, a lot of people like to have this, like to look at this for, you know, when it's their own truck. This is a cold start. 1 is low, 4 is mediocre, and 6 is low. So I would say if an injector goes out in the future, it's going to be number 1 and number 6, possibly, you know. But thought I would at least show that. Let's let this thing smooth back out. Oh, there's number 6 with the compensation on. Number 6 dropped. It is idling pretty freaking good though. Well, it's kind of sporadic. Let's see what our volts is doing. ICP volts. Let's see if we get it to bounce. Zoom in here. This line is ICP volts right here. Looking for any funky little, I mean, it looks pretty normal so far, I mean, but yeah. Fan speed is reading. Let me check some turbo stuff, hang on. Okay, it does not have the learn strategy remembered in the PCM. There is no 132B, so no stuck vanes, nothing like that. 03s are extremely sensitive to exhaust leaks because this uses inferred exhaust back pressure, so it's guessing what the exhaust back pressure is right here. So that's a tough little gear. I thought I just saw some smoke, but it's yeah, it's got a little haze going. Yeah, can't see it through here, but so it's got to be sealed up tight. But you know, conditions are not correct for it to even start learning right now. We do have some haze. Hang on. Just a little haze. You know, not sure. You know, it's 170,000 miles, something like that. Got a little bit of oil. Just a little damp in there. It should be completely bone freaking dry. We might have a turbo leaking oil. You know, like in the beginning stages of it, because there's some wet soot right there, and yeah, the tailpipe should be bone freaking dry. It does have a rear pinion seal leaking. Generally, what we do would be well, no, it ain't a rear pinion seal. That's freaking rear diff cover. Pinion seal is dry. You would see wet. It would be wet right there. He just got a rear diff cover leaking. I mean, we can go ahead and do the pinion seal. I mean, that's, you know, we can. I think we might be. Well, who knows? Because if the rear diff cover is leaking, also, I've seen it before where you just do the rear diff cover. And then once you get the fluid level up to the height to where it physically will leak out of the pinion seal, then it leaks. So maybe we ought to just go ahead and do them both. Put a pinion seal in it and seal the rear diff, do a fluid service. Complete fluid service on the rear diff. I'll probably make another video. I got to get it inside where got a little spot of oil right there. A little wet, not terribly wet, but you know, the first suspect on an 03, being an 03, is ICP sensor. I would be looking at that before I go chasing down all kinds of other oil leaks, because it's ridiculously common for an ICP sensor to be leaking on an 03, especially with 170,000 miles. Very common. And you got ICP intermittent code. That means oil is leaking through the connector, and it will, you know, it causes a sporadic reading. So, yeah. Thought I would at least show power balance, you know, show some of this stuff. Let's get it back up again. I'm gonna go ahead and move the truck. See, shutting off the compensation once it's got a little temperature in it. It's good. So I would not pick on any injectors. You know, maybe get some more life out of this. You know, see number 6 kind of drop a little bit. It's showing a little low. Every now and then you can see it dropping. But let's see what hang on. Let's see what we do on a kind of makeshift stress test on the Ficum. No, that's alright. It's not gone. So yeah, I mean, possibly ICP sensor. We got some kind of noise. I'm gonna drive it real quick. Hang on. Yeah, I just heard it. I mean, there's a good chance this is. I mean, it does have a lift on it, so it you know, I don't do a lot with the lifts. I mean, but you know, it could be shock mount, sway bar, in link. You know, there's a lot of stuff that just check the springs. You know, just give it a little once over, a little visual. It will. But I heard it when I backed out. I mean, it sounds like a freaking shock, but this has Bilstein 5100 series on it. And you know, we'll give it a little once over, but I thought I would, since I have to move the truck, figured I would go ahead and do a little diag video. Let's go ahead, might as well fire it up and see what we do electronically. That way when it is time to pull it in the bay and get to work on it, I just go back to this video and see what to look at. So what I'm seeing right now is get up under there, check the ICP sensor. If it's wet, get a new sensor in it, clean the pigtail, possibly replace it. I know everybody freaking replaces pigtails, and you don't need it. I mean, unless it's freaking been leaking for a long damn time, and it's, you know, the oil will actually degrade the insulation on the wires, and you know, it'll just, but you can clean that out. I've done a freaking bunch of them. You know, it's got to be pretty bad. Like the wires going into the connector have to be bare wire, you know, if the insulation is corroded or just degraded away, then I'll put a new pigtail on it. But if it's just oil soaked, you're freaking crazy. There ain't a chance in hell I'm gonna spend $60 freaking on a pigtail when you can just clean it out. You know, use brake cleaner, blow gun, brake cleaner, blow gun, clean it, you know. What, he might pay me 10 bucks to clean it out to save a $60 sensor. Whatever, I mean, I'm good with that. But, yep, so that's what we got. Rear pinion, check the chassis. We'll just check the front driver is what it kind of felt like. Check that stuff out and see if we see something shaking, wiggling around. Probably a pinion, rear diff cover, and a fluid service, ICP sensor, and yeah, call that a day. But if I see anything else, I'll make another video. All right, guys, have a good day.